Hello, welcome to the gate. Today, hold on. Uh, which is okay because also I should really move my microphone up when I start streaming. Anyway, where am I? There I am. Okay, so yeah, Okami. Finally, talked to Storm about it, and finally starting this game on the Switch, as you can see. And yeah, actually, while I'm doing all this, I can might as well be in on this screen. And yeah, as I say about Okami, it's getting on in years. I want to say it came out probably around 10 years ago. Um, 2006, so even quite a bit longer. First came out in April 2006 on the PlayStation 2. Then, of course, there was a re-release, which I think did a lot for the popularity of the game. And it has since been released in a subsequent generation in some form or the other as an HD release. It's on Windows. We're playing on the Switch because A, I like to expand the library on my Switch, and B, they did good motion controls for this game with a big asterisk saying that I frequently struggled on the Wii for the damn thing to actually recognize my inputs. But the idea that because you very frequently in this game you use a brush to paint certain shapes, and it's a big part of the game's gameplay, and as such, doing this with a Wii mode back on the Wii or any number of touch screens. Not sure if there's a PS4 version that allows you to draw on the PS4 gamepad's little touch thingy. It would be really cool. I'm pretty sure the Switch version in a handheld mode lets you draw on the screen with your finger, which is also, I guess, a pretty good way to do it. There was a sequel to Okami on the Nintendo DS where you could use the stylus to do the celestial brushwork. And yeah, I played this version a little bit just to see what it was like because I was curious about the controls. And yeah, the brushwork is still a little eccentric. But I'm still gonna play this with two Joy-Cons in hand. And if we ever get to the point where I'm like, nah, F this, I might just switch to a Pro controller. But for now, we're gonna do this with the motion controls, and I don't like it, god damn it. Yeah, and it's one of those games where the motion controls are a really good idea, and the implementation a little wonky, but overall, it's absolutely a worthwhile game to experience. Not just because of the novelty and controls, but the gorgeous cel shaded graphics that obviously have aged very well because cel shaded graphics are very stylized graphics age very well. We saw this with pixel art. 16-bit pixel art is still a go-to, sometimes 8-bit style pixel art, like Shovel Knight, but yeah, 16-bit era, Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, PC Engine, that kind of stuff, there's still something there that people quite like about this kind of stylization. And I mean, look at my screens. I love them too, and I aspire to do a little bit with them. Really suck at shading, which is why I dropped out of doing any, but yeah. And yeah, it's a very stylized game with the cel-shaded graphics, both Wind Waker and okay. They still look gorgeous. You just crank up that resolution and you're gold. And it also has a terrific soundtrack, as you were maybe able to hear intro. Really, really opulent, big, like 4 or 5 disc soundtrack. Like when it got an actual CD release, it was quite a lot, and also released by produced by several different composers, but who all worked very well together to create something that felt cohesive. Um, and yeah, still switched it up here and there. And also, I could not get into this game with not mentioning its writer and director, Hideki Kamiya, because this is one game designer who I will admire, either to my grave or until he gets embroiled in some horrible scandal, which, knock on wood, he won't. Hideki Kamiya didn't just give us Okami, he also gave us Resident Evil 2, which I extensively discussed during the remake playthrough. Is my favorite Resident Evil for a lot of reasons. And he also gave us Bayonetta. He gave us Wonderful 101, which I played for a little bit in the past, and I want to revisit in full on stream at someday. Also Beautiful Joe, another really cool game that I want to play again. I played it with a friend on the GameCube through, I think, both parts, and it's, yeah, all these games, they're really fun. They're really different from each other, which, good God, what a versatile game designer and visionary. And what I really like about Kamiya is that his games are very proud to be video games. There's a like similar to the Yakuza games. They are really like, yeah, sure, we have some cinematic stuff going on, and we like it because we like movies, and who doesn't like movies? But also, we're a video game, and we're gonna make use of that medium in a way only video games can, through interactivity, player agency, and just handing you the controls for all sorts of weirdness instead of just packaging them in cutscenes. I think another game designer who's really good at this to an extent, like is Hideo Kojima, who has these long-winded cutscenes, but who also excels at making you go through, his ideas of practical jokes and all sorts of weirdness that aren't really necessary, but kind of make these video game experiences very unique to the medium they're in. And without going too far up my own ass, it reminds me of Alan Moore, the writer of comic like V for Vendetta and Watchmen, who Alan Moore is a ghastly old man, especially when it comes to any kind of adaptation of his comics. I shouldn't say ghastly, but grumpy. Like, he doesn't like his work being adapted, and one of the reasons he opposed to that is he works in comics, and it's his chosen medium to express himself. And he also writes his comics are very dense with stuff that are uniquely comic book, as in visual callbacks and stuff where you just go, oh wait a minute, flip, and you flip back a few pages and you go, he used that visual, he used that bit of imagery a few pages ago. Now it makes more thematic sense. And so yeah, an artist who has seen the potential of their chosen medium and who then went on to do really good and memorable, informative work in that medium. I feel Hideki Kamiya, Okami, circling back, really good at this. He's really good at saying, okay, yeah, sure, we could do X amount of cutscenes. And Okami also has a lot of very wordy and long cutscenes. But he's also really good at dragging us into this world by making us participate in it. So it's not just, say, combat. It's not just running and jumping, but it's all sorts of things. Okami's it has this brush technique that makes you look at the world differently than in any other game. It has a ton of mini games. It has a lot of, cute little Easter eggs and lots of hidden stuff. Very rewarding to play, and we should just, god damn it, start playing it. I'm gonna caution you, before we actually get to play the game, we're probably gonna be like an hour in, because this game takes time, and I already talked so much, and I'm an idiot, because this game does not have voice acting. It has some kind of gibberish that the characters speak, but I'm gonna read the dialogue. Wish me luck with that. It's gonna be a lot. Anyway, back to this. Oh, I should also mention this game was made by Clover, which was a fully owned studio, a fully owned subsidiary of Capcom. They shuttered Clover, which sucks. But the brain trust of Clover eventually, or very quickly actually, this gonna come up once again, once we start the game proper. The brain trust of Clover, including Hideki Kamiya, went on to found Platinum Games. And yeah, I mentioned Bayonetta before, you may have heard of Nier Automata, not a Kamiya game, but Platinum Games. And yeah, they are a go-to action title producer. And you will also maybe recognize a lot of stuff that was then referenced by Bayonetta and so on. Oh, yeah, stuff. Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove, proud and beautiful cherry blossom. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, The village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. We'll soon be strutting around in Kamiki village, and how they managed to provide a young maiden every year with that kind of population is beyond me, but I digress. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. I also question the mobility of Orochi, but that's for later. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village. He made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appears, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 threshing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel, the blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. Oh, we're gonna learn that one. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be a final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt ferociously towards Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Oroshi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Oroshi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the village was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Oroshi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms, returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into a slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? Don't do it. No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale. Oh, that went south quickly. Oh, he seeks power, has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness onto the world. Utter that prayer unto me, and unleash my power. Okay, I shan't question its mobility. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. That is the word spread Sakuya. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There's no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. I've never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope to guide us all. Okami Amaterasu. That's us. Oh, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demons so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Yeah, we're also wolves, so certain things just don't bother us that much. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. Yeah, they're gonna refer to the world, or Japan, consistently as Nippon, which is the Japanese word for their own country, but yeah. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would dare to do us harm. Oh? What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Uh-huh. Oh. Oh dear. What on earth? You again? Oh, are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. Are you napping in my clothes again, Buck? Buck, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. That's Isun, the wandering artist, and hey, here's a lawsuit waiting to happen. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Oh dear. He really got her features, huh? Oh, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? It's only in the HD version that you can actually make out Ethan's body structure a little bit. Like on the Wii and the PS2, he's just the big, buggy head and a tiny shape underneath it. What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Huh, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Ison. Don't make use my prized sword, Dinkomaru, against you. Yeah, all the weapons in this game have names in it. That wasn't Ison. What's that growling sound? Why is it so dark anyway? Oh great god, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki village. The village lives on. The spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. Trees returned to normal, huh? Ah, so there was a tree before that, and Sakuya is the tree. Like, she's the tree, she's the spirit of that tree. Which makes, if you engage a little bit in Japanese mythology, makes perfect sense. Like, everything has a spirit. Chihiro's Journey is a really good movie to learn about these things in a playful manner. That Sakuya girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit. What's the fruit? That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. Actually, I'm almost inclined to use my natural voice for Isun. Maybe a little higher. Because Isun talks a lot in this game. He's basically our Navi / Midna. And yeah. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. Tell me about it. I napped for 100 years and... Oh, we can't even leave the perimeter. What in the world? There's something blocking the road leading back to the village. Am I still dreaming? I mean, look around you. What do you figure? Well, got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. We can use the right stick to look around. I'll change the point of view. Why, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay? He's also a living tutorial. I'm gonna change a few things. We're gonna invert the X-axis this game. They'll rumble so Joy-Cons last longer. Celestial motion and fishing. Yes, right Joy-Con please. Gyroscope sensitivity, leave it at normal for now, and I'm gonna I want to use the button on the left Joy-Con when I'm gonna swing around the right Joy-Con. So luckily, the tutorials they all adapt, so I'm not gonna be shown the wrong buttons. Controller rumbles off, sound settings. Can't do much here. Plus the game has a really nice audio balance. You can hear the great music without. See, what I might do is turn down voice volume a little bit, so it doesn't collide so much with my voice. And filter. I think I want the light filter. Let's go optional. That'd be fun. Like, you see there's a little bit of grainy structure, especially when you're moving. Little light filter after all. I went back and forth on this. Like, the game uses this filter very... Oh yeah, that's better. And I like the zoomed out camera angle in this game, actually. You can really take in a lot of the game. Hold on. That's an origin mirror. What do you mean? This game is made by EA? They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. Thank you, Isun, you're a treasure. Let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way, you could always go back if you get stuck or something. Better be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes. Override my test save. And I wanna open up my soda. Hopefully without hitting. Maybe I should just detach the Joy-Con straps. It's not like I'm playing Wii Sports here. I'm gonna do that during the break. Yeah. So, where were we? Yeah. So Okami Amaterasu is the sun goddess, and also kind of a creator goddess in this mythology, or in this version of Japanese mythology. She's also somehow this wolf, and may have been Shiranui, the white wolf of 100 years ago. She's also just, you know, a doggo. Like, she gets sleepy real quick and yawns a lot, and yeah. And when you get closer to her, she's a little diffuse, like you can't quite look at her. And that's to highlight that she is divine. And people, except for maybe Isun and spirits like Sakuya, they don't see her that way. They just see a white wolf without the celestial mirror on her back as our first weapon. I got all those parts just waiting to be broken. You played a Zelda game before, didn't you? If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press Y to bust them with your head. Yeah, or basic attack is just headbutting stuff, not biting it for some reason. Way to go, my furry friend. You can do that anytime you see something you can break. This used to be Waggle on the Switch, and I'm really glad I can just do this with a button now. You also, and this, I might find myself waggling the right Joy-Con a lot. Amaterasu gets faster the longer she runs, which is a really cool way for traversing long distances. Like when this little light effect, I think you can speed up twice with this little transitional effect, and I think you can skip the first transition by headbutting your way into a run. So yeah, that's just a neat way to get around. Whoa, hold on there. Girl, get a load of that. That just looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press B to jump, then press B again to do a wall jump. But make sure you press it firmly so you jump really high. Yeah, so Amaterasu doesn't do double jumping like Bayonetta, but they share the same kind of wall jump. And yeah, a lot of what we are seeing here later made its way into Bayonetta, all down to the way Bayonetta's panther form leaves the wilted flowers in her wake. That's a nod to Okami. I know you could do it. They say good luck is found in high places, so keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. What I really like about this game's pseudo voice acting is that you already get an idea of what a voice should be, which makes it like I was amazed how easy I found it to get into Sakuya's voice. You obtained a holy bone. Small. Amaterasu's favorite snack. Restores 3 units of solar energy. That's a life meter. You know, sometimes I feel bad for smashing all of this stuff, since these are offerings. Or they look like offerings. But then we are kinda divine, so yeah. Looks like the bridge is out. This shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? Kinda long. Mind I call you Amy? Yeah, you can call us Amy. Listen, Amy. I've heard of the spirits of the brush. But brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. I'd like to take all the. It would take all day to explain. Pictures worth a thousand words, right? Nice, huh? Just a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. One of many brush techniques that use divine power. So I'm only remembering bits and pieces of the game, like specifically, and I did not remember that Isom was that gifted. Like, I knew he was an artist and a blabbermouth, and a lot braver than he might seem initially. Like, he's a good chap. He can't get... he will run his mouth in very problematic manners whenever there's a busty female around. We'll talk about that when it comes up. But, yeah. He's a treasure, warts and all. I've practiced really hard just to master this one technique. But there are 13. Each one is a power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When a deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods, by one of them. But Isum doesn't know that yet. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but God or no god, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? Yeah, it's strange. We're part of this pantheon, but also kind of the head of this pantheon and their mother. River of the Heavens. The River of the Heavens? You mean the fabled Stardust River? But I sure don't see anything like that around here. But this is some piece of Japanese mythology. Couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? If... yeah, so... we can't use the brush yet. But we will be soon. Wow, look at the stars twinkle. Have you seen such beautiful nighttime, such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages? Hey, look, are those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me? Oh, there's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. Burp. Ah, looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press L to hold the brush and Y to draw. You spent a heck of a lot of time practicing that. Okay, this is... Huh? Oh, I can also do it with the left stick. And I can do this with the right joycon. Yeah. And that's one of our family members. And I absolutely adore the designs of all these characters. They all look, like, of course that's a dragon, and dragons are kind of fearsome, but also due to this, due to that scroll being part of it, it looks also kind of, I don't want to say nerdy, but yeah, it's just very particular and gives it a lot of personality. Ah, why? It isn't Mother Amaterasu. I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of man, and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. Wow, that was Yomigami, the god of rejuvenation. Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you were as good with... I don't mean you were as good as with the brush as yours truly. Nah, it could be true. Who else could master this incredible god technique? Yeah, he's very proud. Of heavens. Wonder if drawing some stardust would get the river flowing again. Ah, it's one thing to fix a bridge, but fixing a starry river? Starry river is so strange. Also, I don't think it ever comes up again. But yeah, probably a little bit of Japanese mythology where every kid in Japan goes, oh yeah, sure. And restoration is really easy. You just basically smother the screen in just about what you want. A river of stardust! So this really must be the river of heavens. But what I really want to know is who the heck drew this darn thing? It was me. Me all along. This is real pretty. Stuff. You obtained an astral pouch. Look what you found, Fergal. This astral pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up a lot of food. And when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Let's start feeding it whatever food we can find here. Okay, so this is a really cool system. Amaterasu basically keeps several stomachs. around on herself that yeah, they're a little bit like energy. Oh, now that I think about it, they're a lot like energy tanks in Mega Man X. And some Peach. Juicy and Fragrant Peach. Fills Astral Pouch a little bit. They're a lot like the energy tanks in Mega Man X. I don't remember if they auto activate. But yeah, you basically collect food items and fill your straw pouch with them, and yeah, then you get a full heal once they're full. Consumed orange. Orange with sharp citrus taste. Fills Astral Pouch a little bit. I think I may have glossed over one of the healing. But that's okay. Yeah, and here we see Ami's acceleration thingy. This is a decent pace to get through the game. Like, there are some locales, like some hub fields and such, that can be quite expansive. But Amy is usually up to that task to navigate them pretty quickly. And I think later there's some kind of fast travel option. Also, look at these little visual tricks that the game employs to always get the prettiest shot of that tree. Dumplings. Doughy balls made from grain. Fills Astral Pouch a little bit. I wonder what it is about a lot of Japanese media that the way they celebrate food, because it's so endearing, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna be, oh, that's so quaint, and maybe it, I don't know, is something that grew out of multiple famines or something. But you know, a lot of anime, a lot of video games from Japan, where you just go, oh yeah, yeah, now I'm hungry. Is this the legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago, with the help of the White Wolf Shiranui. There's the River of the Heavens, and now this place. Where the heck are we, Fribble? Boy, this place is a wreck. See? That sword's in really bad shape. Yeah, I can't let Tsukuyomi look like this, huh? What, Tsukuyomi? The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. Look. Let's not start with a what did the gods ever do for us, Furo. Yes, soon we're gonna take care of the sword. Just let mommy loot. Okay. I needed like five tries for this. When I tested the Switch version out for a bit. That really was your brushwork all this time. How do you get so good? Exactly who are you anyway? Didn't pay attention much. Hey, there's another constellation. This one looks like a house. More like a hamster? Damn. Well, 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 if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. In a long time, with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in the shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. If there's anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. Make good use of the sword, as it was designed to conquer evil. Hey, that was the god Tarigami, master of the power slash technique. Yeah, Tarigami doesn't look like much, but maybe they just made too much fun of it. Too much fun of them. And yeah, there was hell to pay. Wait a minute, you're getting all these powers, and you're just like that Shiranui. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi? When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into the 13 brush gods. This is crazy, Shiranui and Nagi? Just like the legend. Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing you stuff off on the boulder over there? Let me see you slice it in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it till I see it. Soon I slipped. Wow! I didn't think you had it in you, Verbal. I'm not even in the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Oh. Hey, Furball. I mean, Amaterasu. I've made up my mind. If you're Shiranui Reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you. Lucky us. Hey, no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the power slash, you can cut down the things Sakuya was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot. Just check something out real quick. I think they could stand to be even a little lower. %-ish. Try to title Hush now. Lift them a bit. What the? Where did it come from? Oh, whatever. Go first, ask questions later, right? You know, the divine instrument you have in your back? Well, press the Y button to use its power against them. Yeah, so we're basically just flinging it around like a shortish whip. And combat isn't terribly involved at first, but it ramps up. Look, Amy, once you've caught them off guard and turned them black and white, they're easy prey for your brush, no matter how nasty they are. Grab your brush and give them a power slash. Yeah, so we could just bash them until their health was gone. Or we can do this and cut them in half and basically get rid of them real fast. You obtained ink bottle. Bottle full of ink fills one of Amaterasu's ink pots. Yeah, no ink, no celestial power. I think ink slowly refills on its own, but you obviously want a more immediate refill in a combat-heavy area. And that's combat in this game. It's actually a lot like Bayonetta in the sense that you are put in an enclosed arena that you can't leave until a deed is done. And you get a rating, and depending on your rating you might get a little something extra. In this game you just get straight up cash, which is really helpful. So we took damage there, that might mess with our scores. Consumed ginseng. Roots bursting with nutrients fills Astral pouch a little bit. You obtained a spirit globe of medium size. Humanity's faith made solid. Restores 1 unit of solar energy. See, we took damage, so our rating isn't perfect, but still got some extra cash for our performance. And if you do real shitty, you'll still get yen, and you can grind in this game, so it's not like you need to make everything count to be able to buy everything. And unlike Bayonetta, this is a fully fledged action RPG along the lines of Zelda. It actually gets compared a lot to Zelda, especially Twilight Princess, because, you know, both have wolves. They're still very different games, and I would say that Okami can also do this with the slash. It's very versatile. I would actually argue that Okami is certainly a Zelda-like game in many ways, but it stands very comfortably on its own. Chinese cabbage. On the simple side, but tasty. Fills us to a pouch a little bit. Oh. The cut mustn't be too long. The bones in my hand are already going. You wanna do this for like 40 hours? Better not. I'm like, okay. And we've kind of revived Kamiki. Kind of. Oh, the village's been restored. Sakuya came through big time. She really was protecting the village. But I sure wish I could have spent some more time. In the kimono because I'm kind of a creep. Now you know what I mean? Wink wink, nudge nudge. But seriously, with monsters running around and all, the village would still be in danger. Let's go see how they're all doing down there. Not sure why it would let us go back there, but... What in the world? I don't remember there being a statue here. Well, whatever. Let's go talk to the villagers. Hey, there's a statue here too. I love Isun, but he's as thick as a brick. It's like the villagers have turned to stone. Ah. And there's that roar again. Not again. That's not one of the smaller monsters that are lurking about. A roar like that's gotta belong to something much bigger. Let's hurry up and find somebody with a pulse around here. Oh good, this one's not moving. Everyone here was perfectly fine just a few hours ago. There's definitely something strange going on around here. The village is back, but what's up with the dark sky? Maybe it's dark outside at the village too? Let's find out some high ground so we can take a look. There's definitely something strange going on. I like how it lets us keep this our travel speed when we're running into stuff. Due to the layout of the right Joy-Con, camera controls are a little clumsy in this game, but it's I can deal. This is bad. The sun's not even shining. As black as night as far as the eye can see. Not a single villager can move a muscle. Some kind of curse? Did a monster do this? Not gonna stay like this forever, is it? Only the sun were out to light our way. We could draw a cycle in the sky. We'd have ourselves a sun. But I guess that would be impossible even for a god like you. Maybe we'd better seek out another brush god for help. Of course, you had that kind of power from the start. Wink wink, nudge nudge. That'd be a different story. Yeah, well, we are the sun goddess, so our own power is actually this. You ever seen such a pretty sun? What the? Come to think of it, your name is Amaterasu. That's the name of the sun god. So it would follow that you had the sunrise technique from the start. With it even turned night into day. Wow, you're no run-of-the-mill god, that's for sure. The flowing brush is like music from the heavens. That's a line from one of my grandfather's poems. He felt a skilled artist was like a musician of shape and color. Since you're such a great artist yourself, why don't we name your brushwork after that poem of his? It's called Celestial Brush. Okay. After all, your brush did bring out the sun. Well, Ami, let's get back to the village. We gotta see if the villagers are back to normal, huh? Aww. Oh, you. That's one of my favorite NPCs. The village elder. The orange. A white wolf? The one who fought that terrible creature with Nagi. Is Mr. Orange that old? Jesus. It couldn't possibly be the legendary Shiranui. Oh, it can't be. That story is 100 years old. So this is actually how people see Amaterasu. Like regular folk. No celestial, like no mirror on her back, no markings, no little wing attachments. Just a white wolf. Still, you look a lot like that statue of Shiranui. And on the other hand, you don't look quite as smart. Amy, don't growl at the old man. Oh, no need to growl like that. Look, he knows karate, so... Can't really understand what I'm saying. I'm not one to mince words. Just state the facts. Also another thing they later used in Bayonetta, every monster has their own little intro page. Oh, it's a sudden chill down my spine. Oh, and also the fact that regular people can't see the monsters. Here they come, Furball. Those are the monsters that have been plaguing these lands. They sneak into villages and cause all sorts of trouble. Step aside, Furball. This is a job for my trusty sword, Dinkomara. Do this without the brush for now. Might be more. Oh, never mind. Sometimes just more enemies appear, and it becomes kind of a gauntlet. Get some faith. Wow, you really get aggressive when you're mad, don't you? Hey, you got praise, not faith. But yeah, those are experience points. You got yourself some praise, and look. See how that dried up spring began flowing again? That's because ridding an area of monsters restores the gods' power to the gods' powers to the land. People call it divine intervention. The more you restore the land to its natural beauty, the more praise you'll get. That's the source of your power. Few people believe in gods these days, and that may weaken you. But if you try really hard, your true power just might shine through. But boy, there's sure been a lot of monsters around lately. And that Mr. Orange you tossed around up on the sacred deck looks like he thinks you're a regular wolf. Seems the gods have grown so weak people can't see them anymore. Anyway, I'll show you around the village. I have a feeling we're in for an epic adventure. You have no idea. This should be fun. So in the stream title it says Kamiki Arc, because I fully intend to take a little break from Okami. Once we have dealt with the Kamiki storyline, which forms about, like, you after it's done, you kind of feel like the game could be over now, and it's just roughly a third of it, and the game just keeps going, and it's as such it will probably play really well in intervals. Especially since even in the first arc, enough of the game opens up for us to, go exploring, do maybe like side quest sessions and all that jazz. Freshly roasted seeds that seed-loving animals can't resist. Hey, you little devil, look at the sweet grub you found. Hey, wait, this is animal food. Though we could save it to give to animals. Let's use it when we try to approach animals later. Something good might come out of using it right away. I know gods aren't supposed to use creatures in this manner, but what the heck, let's make an exception this time. Oh, I almost forgot, there was something I wanted to tell you. Whenever you want to check the items you've obtained, just press the plus button to open the fan menu. While the fan menu is open, you can check and use the items you have. There are other things you can do there too. The fan menu is your key to a successful adventure. Takes glass. Stores a little solar energy if we so choose. Are there any bulbs here? So there are different kinds of animal feed, and yeah, the animals are just really happy when you feed them. They give you a little bit of praise, since you're not just... Can we dig already? Can do this. Oh. Hello! Obviously we got the right feed for the kind of animal we're about to meet. And they're just this tiny source of of praise, and you get this little sequence that you can end whenever, or look at it however you like. And it's just really sweet and wholesome. Okay, this one's not supposed to be skipped, this? Or do I just quit out of it with the plus button anyway? Yeah. Like I said, it's a tiny amount, but it piles up. Oh god, hold my urge, I'm so sorry. Ah, you're annoying, oh no. Oh, I feel it, sense it. All beasts dwell in this place. Concentrate, look hard, you see, right behind you now. There's some people, like, I think that's a monk. They can sense the spirit world a little better. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went for exactly 23 seconds. Oh, I feel it senses for beasts well in this place. Concentrate, look up. Oh, can I just grind some... That's all. Exactly 10 seconds. You fight well. I've chosen the path of Buddha, but in you I sense another power. And I sense the path you have chosen is also a path of truth. Ah, there we go. Let's back to the tree. I don't think we can take care of Mr. Orange. He'll be fine. We need more bird feed. There's a wonder. There must be a wandering merchant. I've had just about enough of this. I don't know if it's a stray dog, or monsters or what, but someone keeps messing up my crops. Going around digging holes with eggs. Makes me mad. Catch you digging around here, you'll get a good thumping. But wait. Oh. Yeah, my Final Fantasy sense went off. And I was like, oh yeah, surely you open access for the menu. Oh, hello. Good pepper. Oh, white wolf? Now that's just plain weird. Sure looks like a weak little bugger. Think you could beat my dog, Hayabusa? Well, listen to this. This is field my mama tends to, you see? Well, Hayabusa managed to dig up 9 turnips in a row. Even though my mama was chasing him around, trying to slug him. There's actually 10 turnips in that field. Hayabusa is fixing to get all 10. Oh, mission accepted. A turnip. Pure of crispy texture. Fills the astral pouch. Okay, we can jump her. Some are deeper in than others. I could just wait for the cooldown. I'm pretty sure that I cannot leave the field. I'll just play it safe. Quite a literal cooldown. Wait, I didn't get the final one? Thinking about her, I forget. You'll have to avoid being slapped by my mama. Oh no. Oh wait, I can mess with her with a brush. Well. Sometimes you can just... Eh. So sorry. There. Sometimes you can just cover people in ink and then they can no longer see. Also, I absolutely adore the little locomotive sound characters make when they're mad. It's a universal trait. Oh, sorry, man. Let's try. I'm guessing that's the one I just have to bring to Mushi. You offered oddly shaped turnip. Hey, that's the oddly shaped turnip Hayabusa I've been looking for. That means broken Hayabusa's record by digging up all 10 turnips. Gosh darn it. He has a dragonfly on a leash. All character designs in this game are amazing. Fine, you're the better canine. Anyway, it's actually feeling good to have a new girl to aim for. Got some praise? Bite? No! Why would I bite the pupper? Can't make me. Also, I think this is one of Grant's favorite NPCs. Just the sweetest old lady in all of Nippon. This is orange. White wolf? Now that's a rare sight. I like how nobody is frightened by the presence of a white wolf. But then they kinda built all their village mythology around one, so... You could come down from the mountains just to play with us? Oh, you better be careful, dear. Lately some monsters have been attacking the village. You even know who you're talking to, Grandma? This is this year's Shiranui Reborn. The wolf and I have it covered. The monsters are history. Oh, if it isn't Isun. Yeah, also, Isun is this... He's actually not a bug. Like, his people are just really small and wear giant hats that kind of resemble bugs. And there's an entire village of them. And, yeah, so a lot of people apparently know about that, so... The very little people that Isun belongs to are actually not that strange. Well, at the very least Isun, because a lot of people know him and he's kind of hard to forget. Oh, it isn't Isun. And riding a wolf, are we? This one certainly resembles Shiranui, especially the nose. Oh, I better get back to my work. You to listen to the ramblings of an old woman, are you? Well, I was doing the laundry, but when I was ready to dry, I noticed my drying pole was gone. Oh, whatever shall I do? Oh. A new drying pole! Oh my, where did that come from? The gods must have answered my prayers. How wonderful! Time to dry the laundry. I will never in my life be so thrilled to hang up the laundry. But, bless Mrs. Orange. Well, I'm glad I was able to hang my laundry, but the sun seems to be far away these days. Maybe it doesn't like all those monsters that are lurking about. Only it would shine closer, my laundry would dry in a second. This is like Neil deGrasse Tyson recently tweeted something really shitty with regards to some recent tragedies, so I'm reluctant to invoke him as a figure of comedy. But wouldn't this be the perfect moment for him to step in and be like, damn, if the sun was any closer, life on this planet would not be possible. But yeah, we can fix that. Yeah, that will do. That will do. My word! The sun has suddenly drawn so close. My laundry will be bone dry in no time. First my pole, and now this. Will the miracles never cease? Maybe I ought to make some sherry cakes to offer to the sun. Come back tonight if you want some too, Snowball. No one makes better sherry cakes than mouth-watering good. Oh. Might be one of the most wholesome games I have ever played, and there's a bunch of titty jokes in this game. So, yeah. Oh. That's just Hayabusa. Huh? Yeah. And that's Kuchi. Oh, no, not Kuchi, Kushi. Well, what a fine-looking wolf. What's your name? Mine's Kushi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, my voice won't go as high up as the full voice acting of Kushi suggests. Working in the fields again? Higher? Soon. Are you and the wolf together? This is where I grow the rice for making my sake, you know? But I have to manage the harvest all on my own. It's hard work. Maybe I should have Susano give me a hand. No, no chance. Give me a hand again this year. Oh, he actually did help in past years. Yes, Susano is we'll meet Susano soon enough. He's extra. Oh, listen to me blabbering on. I just can't help chatting to you. Yeah, Ushi is one of the sweetest characters in the entire game. He also gets really badly damseled later, so that's another thing we can unpack at some point. But yeah, he's a sweetheart. Why, Amy, I think you found a friend here. You'll meet many people who want to talk to you like this. You talk to them 2 or even 3 times. Being a god and all, you can actually tell when to talk because you see a triangle above their head. That means that they still have something to say. Might even be valuable information sometimes. They may just be muttering to themselves, but it pays to listen. That's actually a tremendously great innovation. I mean, they're kind of quest markers as in exclamation marks, but also just the idea that an NPC will be done with their lines once the icon vanishes. Like, how often do you talk several times over to several characters and you're just, oh wait, no, it's still, we already had this. Dan is a neighbor of mine. He's a little unusual, but goes around with a huge sword slung over his shoulder. He's always practicing with it. They say he's a direct descendant of a legendary hero, Nagi. And he loves his sake too. He often pops around here to buy it. Yeah, you can say he's a drunk. Like, let's not sugarcoat this. Susano has a problem. Oh, I think we have to repair her wheel because, of course, yeah, like Soon just told us, girl has more to say. Oh my god, she just petted Amaterasu. Make sure to say hello when you see Susano. He could use a friend. I should think he's always on his own. Do we not fix... Like, kind of just want to fix the wheel now. Because... obviously... Warte. Not sure if this would have come up in later dialogue, but... What's this? Well, it's been mended. Only after this. Completely given up on the idea of making my sake, but now I can get on with it, with polishing the rice. Well, no time like the present. The little musical notes above her head are really cute, just to indicate that she has a very melodic voice. Also, can't get over the fact that Kushi is... She seems very impractically dressed for working in a field all day. And also another really cute details about the characters is that almost every character, or many of them, they kind of wear their personality and or jobs on their head. Like Kushi has tiny sake barrels on her head, stacked. Unless I'm misinterpreting the graphics. They're a bunch. You're interested in how to brew sake, are you, Snowy? Well, also everyone's so wonderfully enthusiastic about their stuff. Well, the thing is for polishing the rice, you see. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got something I think you'd like. It's just some leftover stock from the store, but I made it myself. It's called Vista of the Gods. Oh, but you're even old enough to drink, Snowy? Oh, sure, let's get shittered. Oh no, I'm sorry. Rice balls. Balls of rice wrapped in seaweed. You, like... I think this is a quest thing. Like, we have to... Bale of rice. Oh, it's bales of rice that she had. I think that makes more sense. Bale of rice fastened with straw. Yeah. I don't think we can... Well, maybe we can pick it up yet, but I know what it's... What is this quest thing? Anyway. It'll come into play. Ooh. Yeah. So, this is the starting village, and of course at some point you consider leaving the starting village, and... Well, fuck. This is weird. My mind really wants to shift this rock, but my body won't cooperate. It's like it made out of lead. Could this be a case of demonic possession? I sure hope not. It actually is. Way weird. Yeah, so the demonic legions in this game, like the foot soldiers are all monkeys. Not sure if monkeys have like a particularly bad reputation in Japanese folklore. Cabbage. Thick and fibrous vegetable. And these we sometimes actually have to slash because they will block. They will use their shamisen, their instrument, to they will use it to block our blows. A bit of rejuvenation going on here. A little bit of faith. Oh, good chunk of faith actually. Good praise. Well, Amy, you suddenly started glowing. Means your divine attributes can be enhanced. Oh, you sure look excited. No, she doesn't. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. Let's take a stab at enhancing your divine attributes. I'm gonna open the fan menu here and you'll see the divine attributes. You'll surprise you've accumulated to enhance any attribute you want. Okay, so we can get more health, get more ink. Later on we can get more astral pouches. Wow, there's a limit on our coinage. That's grim. Just gonna... Oh, it's all coming back to you, or what? Huh. It's hard to notice such a small enhancement. Oh, lighten up, Furball. This is one big step to the new improved Amaterasu. Keep up the good work. Oh, I almost forgot. We better check in on that dude. Also, it's really one of those games where everything you do nets you a little bit of money or experience, and nothing you do is useless in terms of progress, and none of the side quests feel cheap. Like, a game you could compare this to would be The Witcher 3, which was also like this really vast game with some open world-like areas, but there was no filler there, no cheap filler that was just, you know, there to shake up a map. And this game is very much like that. Every NPC has so much personality. Oh, I feel as light as a feather now. Sadly, that doesn't make it any easier to shift this boulder. What went and blocked the only path out of here anyway. There's no way you can get back to the city now. Say, pup, Donna lives here in the village, right? You must know that guy, Susano. Can you get him to come here? They say he's the descendant of the legendary hero Nagi. If anyone can do something about this rock, it's him. Strange. Thought I wasn't here before. Good sir. Want to get out of here too, do you, pup? Then go fetch that guy called Susano. Okay, no business. Oh no. I really want to feed those birds. Well, actually, 1, 2... I think this might be a shop. Oh, it's just Kushi's brewery? Must be where she ages the sake. Smells good, doesn't it? Nom 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 nom. I mean, we are a sun goddess and we help people all the time. Dish. You're a white spherical vegetable. But we also kind of like a band of locusts. Given the amount of stuff we consume. Really nothing here. Pretty sure she hasn't those cakes yet. That's fine. Yeah, and everything Mr. and Mrs. Orange related is orange themed. I'm not sure it's ever explained, but, well, to be, right? Hayabusa. Okay, let's meet the final denizen of this village that supposedly routinely sacrificed young maidens on a yearly basis, so maybe that's why their population is down so far. He's always snoring like a bear. This is the home of the 2-bit middle-aged warrior Susano. He goes around claiming to be a descendant of Nagi. He's famous around here for his lineage, but he's awfully lazy and too off the wall to be a descendant of a legendary hero. More or less, he is the descendant, but he's also kind of washed up. Hey, there's me, or can you hear snoring from underneath this jug? And that's Susano. In many ways, one of our partners in crime. Oh, I am the greatest. Oh, Kushi, let's wake this guy up. What the? I adore his little wooden sword with the leaf. Oh, I feel so well rested. Planned to meditate on the ground, but fell fast asleep. Who are you? What am I doing? A stoner voice for Susano? Let me have a sip of soda. Yeah, let's do a little bit of a 90s stoner voice for him. What business do you have with Susano, the greatest warrior ever? The great warrior Susano. Do even the beasts know of my great exploits now? Well, Fido, I'm not looking for apprentices. Go back to the mountains and play with your monkey friends. How dare a mangy mutt like you interrupt my meditation? And a lot of this guy, all brown and no brains. This one could also really be voiced by Bugs Bunny. Hello, this guy. Quit messing around and come with us. You snuck in here again? Quit bugging me, you bug. Ah, that's how they're chaining dialogue together. In case we haven't encountered the merchant yet. I told you, don't call me a bug. Come on, Ami, we're taking him with us. Well? I don't know. A human riding on that wolf in an Okami game that will never catch on. The spoiler, in the sequel you play as Amaterasu's pup and Susano's kid. Put me down in this instant. What will the neighbors think? Animation is... Oh. They must have really liked this scene, since they basically built the entire sequel around this. The greatest hero of Japan, everybody. Sorry, Nippon. Oh, mangy mutt. You brought me all the way here just to test yourself against me? And prepare to taste the wrath of my trusty blade. Koen Buku. Hold on a minute. You're the legendary Susano. Yep, none other than Susano, the greatest warrior who ever lived. And by the way, never interrupt warriors engaged in battle. But I've got a favor to ask of you. This huge boulder blocking the path is really getting in my way. Can't you do something about it? What? Come on, please. I mean, you're Nagi's descendant, aren't you? Surely one stone's no match for your mighty skills, right? It's certainly not beyond my ability. Really? Great! Okay then, no time like the present, go for it. Wait. A boulder of this size is not very easy even for me. This will require my utmost focus to magnify the power of my sword. I shall retire to the training grounds to make preparations. Wait for my return. Oh, I wonder. I've never seen the guy train seriously. Ever. Oh, god damn it. I know I told that merchant it could help, but a boulder of that size? I don't care if I'm of a legendary bloodline, it's just too big. Oh no, I can't believe I've run out of sake at a time like this. This won't do one bit. That's it for today, I'll just have to train tomorrow. Can't train without sake to fuel the fire. Training will just have to wait till tomorrow. Why do today what can be put off until tomorrow? That's doing things the Susano way. Sake, Oh yeah. Well, let's go to Kushi, grab that sake she offered us, and let's enable this poor man in his terrible habit. Oh, you. What? Oh, wrong button. Hold it right there, Fido. That smell. Is that Kushi's famous homebrewed sake? Perfect. Vista of the gods. Fido, my friend, did you bring me some of Kushi's sake? Oh, what a glorious day. Oh, good old sake. A man without drink is like a warrior without his trusty sword. In fact, it is said that Nagi himself relied on the power of sake in his battle with the dreaded Orochi. It's also clear now. Let the training begin. I just try a bit of my usual routine. Okay, here I come. Yeah, basically we're gonna do all the work. Feast your eyes on this! Susano style! Exploding implosion! Makes no sense. Oh? Yeah. I mean, rub it while it's hot, huh? Susano style, exploding implosion again? The bottom will just vanish. It's the rules. That's amazing. Slide this. It does poor. He's looking at the sword. What the fuck? That's amazing. You sliced that huge rock clean in half. You really are something. Wow, I didn't think you could do it, Pops. Me either. I mean, of course I could. After all, I am Susano, the greatest warrior ever. Weren't just showing off when you said you're Nagi's descendant. Oh, like you'd have no trouble fighting monsters off, huh? Oh. Anyway, thanks a lot. I can start doing business again. Did you say monsters? Oh, ghosts? Of course, no problem. This is a job for the most skilled warrior in all of Nippon. Yes, I shall rid these lands of their vile presence. Just sit back and watch the great Susano work his magic. I'm not sure if he's drunk his own Kool-Aid now, or if he's gonna hide somewhere else. Don't get all puffed up, he's nothing without us. I think he'll be okay. Monsters outside the village are nasty. Oh, glorious Amaterasu! Oh, Jesus Christ, game. I forgot about this. Yeah, so she has a peach-shaped window on her peach-shaped bum. I shan't comment on this any further. What a pleasure to witness your heroic deeds. I am in awe. When you cleaved the boulder into two, my heart skipped a beat. To see your skills with the brush is to be a witness to great art. Yeah, so do we get a reward or something, lady? I hardly think your participation had any impact, little bug. It's Isoon! Stop calling me Buck! I'll crawl back into your kimono if you say that again. Isoon, don't... Oh. My word. Now relax, lady. Farewell here is more comfy anyway. That I would believe. Let's get back to that rewards thing you were talking about. He or you? Anyway. That's right, let him cool off. Come on, Amy. Put your paw up to something. Go on, shake. I must apologize. I would like to reward you, but I am afraid I haven't the power. I can barely muster enough strength to make a flower bloom. Now my body stands firmly here within the confines of the village. My roots spread far and wide, protecting remote areas outside. These parts of me are known as guardian saplings. They collect the praise and adoration that gives me strength. The recent evil is eroding the guardian saplings. If this continues, I will wilt away as well, and my power will vanish. Worse yet, the dark power grows strong with each passing day. Life as we know it will be consumed utterly in no time. Oh man, this is getting heavy. Great and powerful Amaterasu, would I be so bold as to request your assistance in rejuvenating these guardian saplings by lifting the curse that enslaves them? I shall mark the locations of nearby saplings on your map. Yeah. Piece of cake. Also, it looks only vaguely like Japan. Oh, that's actually just Eastern Nippon. Ah, there you go. I've grown tired. I haven't even the strength to speak now. I hope that my request has not fallen on deaf ears. Amaterasu, may the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. Left us with a pine tree for the car. Ah, I'm always itching for a good fight, but I shouldn't want to poke my nose into this mess. Still, I'm stuck with Furbo here till I get all the brush skills. Anyway, Amy. You're Gordonor. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, did you listen to her, Furbo? We'll get the rest of the brush techniques to save the world, and I'll steal on London. Yeah, that's the ticket. At any rate, let's start by following those marks on our map. Yeah, that works. Look at this merchant. Okay then, guess I better offload some stock before heading back. Feel free to take a look if you've been sent to do shopping, pup. Aww. Okay, we want... some herbs. Okay. What we really need right now is animal feed, and we got just about enough. I think there were like 2 more birds, flocks of birds in the village. Let's get on that. One was in the field right here. We can feed Hayabusa? Aww. Nom, nom, nom. Also, you know that the game is up to some shit in terms of humor when the butthole of both other animals and, of course, Amaterasu detailed on the character model. Ooh, 10 for the pupper. A bit of praise. I think there were a couple more birds down the road. Up the road, I should say. Okay. I wonder if Old Man Orange is still around. I guess the village ape, although he's probably under... Oh? Ah, this is a fun little thing. This leads us to the spirit world. This way we don't have to go. Oh, why white wolf. Thought the statue of Shiranui had disappeared, but you look just like it. It didn't just come to life, did it? Yes, this dog got something weird on its back. Oh, stop being silly. That's how rumors start. Ah, so the little girl can actually see us in our true form. That nonsense about seeing a door of light here before. But I did see it. Right inside the shrine, there was a door of light. The statue of Nagi was erected to protect the village, you see. Located even deeper than Shiranai's statue. They must really revere him. But still, wasn't there an even bigger statue of him around here? Yeah, that one's in the spirit world. Imagine you're a legendary hero and the townspeople are like, you know, this statue is a little crummy, but we're gonna build an even bigger one in the spirit world. And you're like, uh-huh, sure. Good thing I'm not doing this for exposure. Can't wait to rejuvenate all these scraggly little trees. Okay, we can actually leave the village after 2 hours. I think we actually made good time. In fact, I think I want to take a little break. Feed those bunny rabbits. One more. As you can see, it just accumulates. Wonder if I can put anything else. Nope. Yeah, the cursed Shinshu field. It's a little sad. Oh, you probably know this already, Ami, but this here is Shinshu Field, the most beautiful field in Nippon. At least it's supposed to be. But ever since that incident, I've been getting a bad vibe. I better watch where we're going. You can look at the map by holding down the left trigger. Let's pay attention to the map as we push ahead. Anyway, I ate a sandwich after all that talking, and after Amaterasu ate like a metric ton of, I don't know, all of it. She literally ate all of it. And yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Continue this wonderful game. And we're back. Huh. Yeah. So, let's see. We're on Shinshu Field. Everything's fucked. And we can't really do much yet in terms of celestial powers. And these scrolls, Emmy? That's the first Guardian sapling marked on a map. It's supposed to be a place for travel. Sorry. It's supposed to be a place for travelers to rest and recuperate, but just look at this. It looks like it could fall over at any moment. This place is definitely cursed, from the looks of it. Places where evil has taken hold, luring monsters from far and wide, are known as cursed zones. But I've never seen one this big. It's withering all the plant life in the area, even a big tree. It would take a monster with powers beyond even a god to do this. That tree is an offshoot of Sakuya. It protects nature in the area. Maybe the natural beauty here would return if we revived it. But how the heck would we do that anyway? Yeah. There we go. I see. Money isn't really an object. Like. Nice thing about the Celestial Brush, not just the fact that you can finish off these enemies really easily, but you also don't have to run over there. And yeah, look at us making mad bank of just a couple of enemies. Just finish this one off and then go back into the village right away. Oh wow. And replenish our stock of animal feed. Not sure if this longish corridor offers some of the load times towards Kamiki village, but I was like, yeah, I'm there, and then I just have to run down this ravine. And we're flat broke, but that's okay. We have everything, we'll keep more later when we flush. I just hate to meet animals somewhere in a large open area, and I don't have to feed for them, and I'm like, where was that? Oh, you obtained a demon fang. Fang forged in demonic hatred, beautiful and deadly. Yeah, they're like a super special kind of extra currency. I don't remember exactly what they do, but good thing we found one. Also, you can do this to stun them if they're grinding your gears. Another statue. Everyone here turned to stone. Must have been struck by some terrible curse. The only way to help them is to rid the curse zone of evil. So, let's check out the other. Holy cow, this is bad. Look like a regular old curse zone from back there, but evil here is far worse close up. would curse a noble person in a flash. I'm afraid you might even rob you of your powers. Okay, so we don't engage yet. Oh well. It's kind of an obvious thing to note about an HD remaster, but you can really appreciate a lot more of the detail of this game. Especially on the monsters. On the Wii it was kind of a blur, and here you can see the little details on their vests. What just happened? I was out there chopping wood and communing with nature as usual. And I heard a loud rumbling like an earthquake from the lake. And a huge gust of wind blew up out of nowhere. I don't know what happened next, but when I came to, it was like this. I noticed a figure running from the lake towards Kamiki. Whoever it was, I hope Mother Earth kept them safe. Oh, sweet dude. What's up, nature buddy? Curious about that cave? It's the entrance to a place called Hana Valley, you know. The site of an amazing waterfall, but monsters have moved in now. There's a trip... Oh wow, he actually must talk like a still one. There's a trippy crystal ball that makes plants grow and enshrined there. I think gardeners would be flocking here for it. Actually, not long ago, that Susano guy went marching in there. Weird, normally he runs away at the sight of monsters. He hardly seems the type to try his hand at gardening. Anyway, it's bad karma, man. You could be attacked if you went in. War. I do a very bad Keanu. War. Yeah, so Hana Valley it is. And really the game doesn't really start until we get the power to make things grow. Which is here, in this village area. Traveler's Charm. Look at those motherfuckers. That's the biggest battle we've been in yet. Damn. We ran out of ink and became a regular ass wolf for a second there. Nope. This is too strong. Oh, get rid of the monsters, so why didn't the god's power disappear? So why did the god's power disappear? Guess the curse on the gods of these lands must be really strong. Can't intervene until we do something about the stagnant air. Fresh fish, irresistible to animals who dine on fish. Lovely otters. Hey, check out that tree, it's moving. Better be careful, Amy. me, did you just do what I think you did? Did you use Power Slash to hit the tree's fruit right back at it? Hehe. It's wearing taste of its own. It's wearing taste of its own malvoisie. Let's pass on by this creepy old tree while we can. Can we not beat it? Apparently we can't. Again, this entire area without the bloom ability, it's pretty pointless. Ah, that's just a day-night cycle. Yes, old boy. And a new one. Damn. Shit's popping off. Okay. What's all that racket? Oh, it's you, Mod. Aww, Amy likes him. What are you doing here? Go home, I already told you I'm not looking for apprentices. Anyway, Hana Valley is no place for a mod like you. Beyond this point lies my secret training ground. It's the perfect place to to train. Oh, forgot about his voice. Now Scoot, be off with ya. I mean, that's what it wants me to do, right? Ugh. What in heaven's name? How did that happen? Well, now I can go high. Now I can go train. Wall painting of an ancient ritual. Not bad, and that's a lot coming from the Great Isun. Sure thing. Not playing. What a strange place. Is this really the secret training grounds Susanna mentioned? Speaking of which, where did Pops go anyway? Okay. Look at this tiny sapling. I smell a faint scent like Sakuya's coming from the sapling. Okay, that's why there's an altar here. It's for worshipping the sun that shines up there in the valley. Oh. I don't need the sun for that, so you're welcome. Ah, I bet something will happen if we can just get it right. I know this room is hiding some kind of secret. I think we must need to get something. Oh no, it's the bear! What now? You foul beast! How did you get in here? Foul beast? Oh. You have some nerve sneaking into my private training ground. Now you shall get a taste of my new secret technique. The foul beast looks like an ordinary sleepy bear. Enough talk, my blade thirsts for battle. Here goes nothing, Susano style Susano! Sue! Sa! No! Susano! For Susano style, exploding implosion? Kinda just want to let him. I think we have to do this, but. No. Oh. That'll teach you, you foolish beast. You're no match for my new secret technique. At least the bear doesn't give a fuck. No, that's how people get mauled. Rest in peace, foul beast. The great warrior Susano condemns the offense, not the offender. Anyway, there are other monsters I must deal with. Yeah. How are you doing? Jeez. Still sleeping, like, oh well, like a bear. What a snore. Makes Susano sound like a kitten purr. Oh, I thought we could bounce off of it. Crystal sphere is filled with leaves. Is the sphere used in a ritual for a good harvest or something? Hey, didn't that wall painting have a sphere-like object in it? Aw, the game really spoon-feeding us this. Yeah. Anyway, now we're gonna do this. Another audio adjustment, just gonna crank that a little more. Like, obviously I'm turning them down so they don't conflict with my voice, but at the same time, they are very charming, like this faux voice acting, and I don't want to rob you of them. Just to strike a good balance. Yeah, if I remember correctly, getting this up the ramp really sucks, so I'm just gonna just do it, I suppose. Oh, that worked out. Oh, someone had a lot of time on their hands to think all this up. So this was that 3 and that wall painting. Now we just need the sun. Oh, yes, yes. bet the sphere here is magic or something. And it goes up in flames immediately. Looking better, but not quite. Is this a guardian sapling? It's all withered like the other. Oh. What the? Who turned out the lights? Oh, it's another constellation. Emmy. It's a snack. Is it a snack? Oh, it's actually 2 stars, yeah. Wow, I was way off, but... No, it's like a... kind of monkey? Sakigama. Ah, Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all, my gratitude for releasing my body from its slumber. Please accept my humble thanks in return for your great kindness. I am Sakigami, one of the triumvirate of floral gods known as the Hanagami. My brethren and I have been entrusted with the brush techniques known collectively as Green Sprout. I now grant my humble power to you. Use it wisely. Sakigama, one of the gods of flora. Apparently, the bloom brush technique can make flowers blossom simply by drawing a cycle on a withered tree. Hey, maybe it'll make the withered guardian saplings blossom too. Oh. Eat it, curse. Oh, look at how everything grew back so quick. Sakuya wasn't kidding about the power of the guardian saplings. So this is what Hana Valley is supposed to look like. Seems Sakuya's guardian sapling has lifted the evil curse. I'm not sure how weak the gods have become recently, but it must have taken some wickedly strong power to suppress this magnificent guardian sapling. Even if you are sure and know we're born, we might be up against more than we bargained for. Hey, Amy. What about that withered guardian sapling outside? I bet you could revive it like you did this one. And by bringing that guardian sapling back to life, we might be able to lift the curse there too. What are we waiting for? Leap before you think, right? Sacred Tree Sherry Cascade. Sakuya's guardian sapling has grown into one fine sacred tree. Who did? Yeah, so this was a basically like a baby's first dungeon situation. Oh, and we can now plant trees. Oh, little piglets. Do they eat again? I'll say herbs. Not meat, not fish. Seeds? Oh, no, 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 no. That creepy old tree just won't give up. Got an idea, Amy. Maybe you could hit its fruit right back at it. Well, we did that. While it's stunned, you could use Bloom to rid it of evil. Yeah. Consume potato. Dry, but satisfyingly flavorful. Yeah, that's pretty. The statue's all dirty. That's proof of it. Proof that it's been watching over us for ages. I think later on you get the ability to manipulate water, and then you can clean the statues to basically pay tribute to them. Oh, Amy, hold on. Hannah Valley looks so much better now, but what about this gloomy patch of grass? You can use the power of Bloom to fill it in. Just fill it with your brush and Bloom will take care of it. So do I do this? No, I think it's more like... yeah. You obtain green sprout trips. This is the green sprout technique. Poke a hole in the ground with dots. The ink becomes a seed and the trees sprout forth, confounding foes. Life force, the life force this vegetation emits is the bane of evil. And that's basically the tutorial all over again. It was a scroll day too, huh? Emmy, it looks like a travel guide. It's an ancient record of a pilgrimage across the land. If this were the real thing, it would normally be worth a fortune, but with all the copies out there, you probably wouldn't get much for it. At any rate, if you ever want to read it, just press plus to open the fan menu. It may sound rather preachy, but it should at least help you on your travels. Come on. Can't quite reach. Ah, there we go. Yeah, also making these trees bloom gives us a ton of our astral pouch. Speaking, we've been running out of ink a bunch of times, and that's never a good time. If the Wii version was this lenient with some of the techniques, or if I just get used to the game's idiosyncrasies. Yep, regular wolf, once again. Did we get all the trees? I think we got all the trees. Actually cramping up in my left hand now. This shouldn't happen. Okay, this one's stuck. Digging tips. Yeah, 4 leaves clovers that you can find be a little bit extra. There's like... Let's see if I can get a twofer. I can! There's a bunch of monkeys! Oh boys, what do you want to eat? Meat? Maybe I'm actually in the market for greater sensitivity. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, get all of it. And we get a little bonus for rejuvenating every single tree in High Valley. That's really cool. Also not something they ever tell you about, and I like that even though the tutorials in this game are very wordy and very handholdy to some extent, there's still stuff that you can basically just find by being diligent and very dedicated to your role as this goddess. And yeah. That's really nice. Obtain the sun fragment. Collect 3 of these bright fragments to extend solar energy by your own unit. So yeah, on top of being able to just buy solar energy, you can also find heart pieces. And I'm just gonna call on that because we all know where that came from. God, this game is magnificent. A little mad I can only stream this at 720p. Gotta dig first. Well, let's rejuvenate your field. Okay, that's a new brush technique in the bag. Now, Amy, before you get all excited and forget what you're supposed to do, I have an important tip for you. Ready? Okay then. If you ever forget what to do next, press plus to open the fan menu and then take a look at the logbook. You'll find your journal there. Hey Amy, what about that withered guardian sapling in the other field? I bet you could revive it too. And break. Yada yada. Saw that. Yeah. Your journal's a record of the important dialogue you've heard. It shows all the important info you have in that fur little head. Just dig up info the way I just showed you, and you'll be able to recall important things. Your adventure will be a lot easier if you remember this. Also remember first things first. Okay, let's get going. There's the woodcutter again. Riki! It looked like the river suddenly cleared up. I did see Susano whizzing past here a little while ago. But surely it wasn't him who cleaned up the river, was it? I don't know, it wouldn't make any sense. Okay. Revitalizing the tree comes first, and after this we can explore the field. Oh, maybe I have to examine it. Oh, gotta take a step back and get it. Okay. Oh, it's the night, but that doesn't matter. Gotta have faith. The nasty crust zone is completely gone. The plants and animals are back, and just feel that fresh breeze. Now that's what I call great divine intervention. You keep on dispelling the evil curse like this. I bet the gods of nature will lend you their powers. Yep. Also gotta help Sakuya. Oh wait, she already sprouted. Never mind then. Hey, it's Sakuya's tree, isn't it? Maybe she perked up cause you revived the guardian sapling. Well, we can stop by and see her later. I mean, we're kinda on a roll here. How about we take a look around Shinshu Field first? If you're gone 100 years, right? Good run around, the place will do you good. Fleeting battle. Oh, wait, it's the travel guide. Demon grudges magic forms what demons grow. Physically continuous worlds draws into the demonic realm. You will doubtless find yourself under attack shortly thereafter. Battles can be desperate affairs. Often you may wish to avoid them. If you can find a crack in the demonic realm's border, you can attack it, breach the border, and make your escape. Oh. There's eggs to dig holes. Spots that appear empty may find great treasures. Green ball, wilted clovers. Uh-huh. And that's the bestiary, which is gorgeous. There's the green imp. There's the red imp. And a yellow imp. Oh. We shall return. Sparrows, hares, boars, or piglets, dogs, and monkeys. Oh, there's a cursed gate there. So now we can actually, and this is what I want to do to round out the session, we can actually do some side stuff. We have all the tools to engage a little bit with the game world, and oh my god, did the water look this beautiful on the Wii? Wow, what's up with this old gate? I don't like the look of it. It's just teeming with evil power, I can feel it. Still, you being a god and all, we can't just ignore it. What do you think, my furry friend? We're gonna through it or what? And this is gonna be a little bit of a gauntlet. Okay, that was really just a little bit of a gauntlet. And we got some hairs for our trouble. But that's it, those things are gateways to monster layers. I've heard of such gates before, they're called devil gates. Those monsters got a lot of nerve building things like that. Let's tear them down wherever we find them. Could be bunnies. Maybe I can relieve the strain on the hand. By making the Joy-Con on the left a little lighter without the strap add-on and easier to hold. Oh, there's an NPC. No doubt in need of help. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? Light of the Dangan Express never trips up. I've fallen and I can't get up. Must be a corpse. Express Messenger Ida. I don't have time for falling over. People are waiting for mail. This is actually a really interesting choice of mail. Like, I'm not sure if it's on a stick just so he not sure if the mail is on a stick so he can shoulder it comfortably, or whether it's also so he can wade through water without his package getting wet. Sorry, I worded this really. Anyway, I think you all get the idea. These monsters must have set some kind of trap for me as a joke. Darn it, I knew I should have brought a traveler's charm. Hey, Pooch. That's a traveler's charm you've got there, isn't it? You offered a traveler's charm. Oh, we weren't even asked. I mean, sure. Oh yes. Feels so light, my body feels like light as a feather. Thanks, Pooch, you saved me. Can't hang about. Gotta catch up to on my deliveries. Wow, wow, yeah, he's... That's not even that's like the well, it's not the antithesis of the Naruto walk, but it is something. That's a future power. Very, very cat related. So... I could just... I want to get the bigger... Yeah, it's just one magnitude more. Just to be on the safe side, in case we wind up collecting too much cash. So I know for the Demon Scrolls, the draw distance in this game isn't that great. In fact, it's may even be deliberately reduced. Oh, got feedback. With herbs. But yeah, you really have to run around a bit to find, say, all the demon gates. Oh, this is so much better with the smaller Joy-Con in the left hand. Because my left index finger has to tighten a lot to bring up the paint menu. Oh. Here. Endless man's kiln. Oh, it's a kiln for making coal and such. Or for firing pottery, that's good too. And I'm not even sure if making coal from wood was a skill discovered in that region. Somebody's worked here. I bet I could make some sweet pottery in a kiln like this. Well, we're more into this pottery destruction business, so... Oh, got another set of herbs. Well, let's feed some bunny rabbits. Where are they? Okay, those kilns are actually just buildings I cannot enter. I mean, they're not really buildings. Kilns. Before we go up there, let's meet Sensei. We can't dig in stone yet. So easy to get turned around in it. Kamiki village just up there. Also, what a brilliant hub area where the horizon is just labeled. Another one of the statues. Oh. It's a horse. So what's been happening on the lower left of the screen, I'm not sure what the name of this mechanic is, but the longer we hit enemies without getting hit ourselves, or the more often I should say, the more we build up this kind of natural or divine shield, which then allows us to soak up a few hits without taking damage, which in turn helps us because A, we're not taking damage, and B, our combat rating remains intact even if we fuck up a little bit. Oh, timing was shit, but you see, top damage rating, even though we got hit a couple of times. It took me a while to figure that out. I don't think it's terribly well explained, or it's just something I kind of glossed over, which may not be entirely out of the question. Aw, what a pretentious sign. Amy, this here is a dojo. It's where people come to learn sword fighting and martial arts. But who knows if they'll train you here. Maybe if you're a good wolfie, they'll teach you a trick or two. Anyway, let's feed those piglets first. Ah, someone's hungry. This will either require wind or water or whatever. We also learn to control fire. So, like, we get to play with all the elements. Should come as no surprise. This one doesn't do anything yet, but I think that's a fast travel point. Yeah. So, Sensei is a character. Onigiri Sensei. Oh, what do we have here? It looks like I have an adorable Lupin visitor. My name is Onigiri Sensei, and this is my dojo. Fighting Master Onigiri Sensei. What business could a wolf like yourself have at a dojo like this? Certainly you haven't come to study the fighting arts with yours truly. Any combat move? Oh yeah. Like to cut off your jib, my furry friend. I'd very much like to wall away the arrows at play with you, but I'm afraid that this is a place far too dangerous for creatures like you. That is, of course, unless you can cover the training fee. Your technique, Fleetfoot. I said to gracefully move out of harm's way. Oh, that's the dodge. Yeah, the dodge roll. Reflector technique, 4 wins. A little bit. Rosary techniques, we don't have a rosary yet. Technique, Golden Fury. Press A to insult. Golden Fury, well, we'll get there. We'll get there, I don't want to spoil it. Actually, I mean, I wrote spoilers allowed in the game text, but anyway. I'll be Monkey's uncle. You've got the cash, have you? I see. I suppose I have no choice. I'll do as you wish and allow you to enroll in my dojo. Oh. Sure does. Arr. Are you mentally prepared to handle the ultimate challenge? Step inside to test your might. Test your might. Let the lesson begin. We'll practice the Fleetfoot God techniques. Take these tips to heart and remember them as we train. Fleetfoot God technique tips. Press ZR quickly and without hesitation. In doing so, you can quickly bound out of the way of incoming attacks. To move in the direction you push the left stick, you can instantly execute a dash immediately following a jump. Press ZR to quickly leap out from impending damage. Well, did you understand? Yes. I'll grant you the technique scroll. Check it when I forgot what it means to be a warrior. Get this technique scroll. Not something to be learned, you must have the innate ability. Train until your muscles ache, then train some more. I mean, it's the basic dodging attack, and I'm not sure if at some point he's satisfied or if we just work out. I don't think there's a real like there isn't a training sequence akin to. Enough, huh? Listen, Wolf, gaining experience in a single skill is admirable, but you must never lose the drive for self-improvement. I pray that you do not forget that. Well. Yeah, a little bit unclear on whether or not we actually had it in the bag, whether we get something extra for executing it in a tutorial match. But It's the mail. Get out of the way. Coming through. I've got a mountain load of letters to deliver. Look at the forest. To the pyrotechnist's house. You learned the bomb skill already? That would be kind of sweet. Also, a faith. It's definitely something by the waterfall, but we can't go that far yet. Oh damn. And that's when the monsters started getting creepy. Grapes. Juicy fruit plucked from a vine. Okay. Well, they do make fireworks here. Legend of Orochi, scroll drawn by a wandering artist, contains useful information. I mean, Orochi consumed the girl's soul and continued vitality. Anything else then? Well, something we need a bomb for, obviously. I just really like how obvious the bomb cracks are in this game. Like for some Zelda games I actually prefer it to be more subtle, but here it's just the right style. Oh no. That can't be right. It shouldn't be doing that. No. I checked and double checked my formula. No. Hey there, got a minute? Smoking is a really bad habit in that business. Wow, what's this little wisp doing here? If a full-grown white wolf walked into my abode, the little bug-like thingy on its head would be the least of my worries, but maybe Amaterasu just has this divine aura that makes everyone just chill around her. And they don't go, oh shit, wolf! Hey, we are calling a wisp. I'm Isun, the wandering artist. Whoa. You're a little ball of fire, aren't you? And Tamar? Oh, Tamar's a tall fella. Tamar, the flaming pyrotechnist. That's what I call me. Listen up, you two. I'm just about to serve it over a humdinger of a doozy. Take a look at the formula I posted on the wall here. My whole careers as a pyrotechnist has led to that formula, friends. It's for a little firework. I've dubbed the Midnight Wonder Boy. There's only one problem. Even though I know the formula, this sound, it's not working right yet. I know. Listen, Pop. You got good eyes. Very fiery eyes, smoldering eyes. Maybe a red-hot glare is just what I need to set us off. Feast your eyes on the greatest display the world has ever seen. Hold on to your hats, kids. Here we go. The brightest constellation in the sky, the Midnight Wonder Boy. We don't have. Maybe just strike a match? I'm so sorry. I mean, I knew that this was the formula. What's the problem? Well, if at first you don't succeed, try to blow it up again, I say. You're in it for the long haul, are you? Good guts, I like that. Ready to fire up another one? Batten down the hatches, kids. I'm going for it. Brightest constellation in the sky, the Midnight Wonder Boy. I definitely did something, though. I think I did it too late. And even though the game was like, oh yeah, sure, you created that, the cutscene was less enthused. Holy smokes! The timer may have a few screws loose, but boy, can he deliver. Oh, that light again. We may have just woken up one of our brethren. Another constellation, Emmy. It's a boar on a bomb. Jesus. Starting to think our family is weird. Oh, Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. Too often it is easy to forget that which we cannot see. Hidden away, I had lost track of you, but now my soul is at ease. I, Bakugami, god of explosive force, lend my power to your cause. Use the cherry bomb to lay waste to foes and obstacles alike. Well, I hope they're fine. Did another brush techniques just come back to you? That was Bakugami, the god of explosions. His technique is called cherry bomb. Emma's enthusiasm must have awakened the god's power in you. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's give that cherry bomb a try. What about that cracked wall over there? Yeah. Why don't you try the cherry bomb on it? But be careful. Whoa. Aww. Hadn't anticipated that we get this one that early. Not at all. It blasted that cracked wall to smithereens. Cherry bomb is one destructive technique. I mean, just think of what it could do to monsters. Gonna be tricky handling something that powerful, but I bet you'll be using it all the time once you master it. Yeah, it's actually one of the easier ones to draw. In a pinch. You obtained Rat Statue, one of the 13 Zodiac treasures. Post whimsically. Those are all just for sale, but I'm gonna check online first. Talk to Tama about the good work we did. Oh, he's wiped out. I'm burned out. Doesn't look like he'll be up anytime soon. Okay. I mean, we can just... Oh, shit. What, the rim sweeper, huh? Sorry, Tama. Pretty sure this one can be solved with the cherry bomb. Yeah, that's a wind thingy. But I'm fairly certain there was another crack. It is pretty powerful. I think there may have been a little crack in the wall. Ooh. I like how he's just basically everywhere now. There's a... here? Eh. Oh, it immediately detonates when it comes up, when it's put against the crack. So this is a slip. Paper depicting holy incantations. Slightly damages nearby enemies. It's a guardian statue, but I don't think anyone's been here in years. It's been pretty bad shape. You kind of sorry for it. Why don't you leave an offering? Oh. Nothing. Sure if... I think that'll come into play. Anyway. Return to Shinch... Oh, wait, no. Ah. So we are on Shinshu Fields. Hmm? Yeah. I wanna meet the sensei. Wait, wasn't there a fella with a... Oh, yeah, we haven't talked to them yet. I'll see what I'm doing here again. Oh yes, I took shelter under this guardian sapling when I heard that terrifying sound before, or like a monster growling. Oh, this is perfect. It's fate. Why don't you set up shop here? You know where to come when you're sent shopping, right? Oh yes, I don't know if you'll understand this, but here goes. I'd like to ask you a favor. Will we exchange with your nose? So if you sniff out any nice bowls or dishes lying about, don't just leave them to rot away. Bring them to me, would you? If you turn up any treasure that are worth a bit, I'll pay you. Treasures? You found anything like that? Damn you! If you did, you should just sell it. I mean, what are you gonna do with stuff like pots and dishes? It's not to sell stuff you work so hard to get, but don't worry. All the treasures you collect will be cataloged in the fan menu. What are you mumbling about? Have you got some, do you have something so we can? Yeah. So we could sell them back some of that stuff, but that's kind of pointless. And yeah, treasures are indeed just for sale. And they yield a decent amount of cash. There's a cursed patch. Okay, where is Onigiri Sensei again? I think up this slope and then... Come on. Come on. Go. And so your leaves are on fire. Can't sharpen your skills. Once again choose to try your hand at fighting arts. I suppose I have no choice. I'll do as I wish and allow you to enroll in my dojo. But I must warn you, I won't hold back this time. Are you mentally prepared to handle the ultimate challenge? Step inside to test your might. Let the lesson begin. Well, practice the Four Winds Reflector technique. Take these steps to heart and remember as we train. The Winds Reflector technique. Press Y to begin the attack. Press Y rapidly in succession. Time it well. Repeat until you connect 4 consecutive reflector hits. This combo makes short work of enemies and looks good too. Oh, that's a little more than button mashing in terms of timing. Ah, very well then. I'll go into this technique scroll. Check it out. Ah, this time we actually fight him. Okay, it's actually just button mashing. Not bad, keep it up. Like I'm pressing it as fast as possible and timing is not really the object. Not quite. Put my energy into it. At all the strength you can muster? Can't say I'm tired. It's a super basic combo, but it deals more damage that way. Yes, let your warrior spirit burn bright. God damn it. That's enough for now. Very impressive. You have shown me your warrior spirit. You mustn't neglect that spirit. Train every day and keep it strong. You may go now. Go those fell creatures. The way of the warrior. Okay, so we could keep training, but we're gonna just sort of had enough, eh? And so on and so forth. It's the same. It's the same text every time. I see you're still here, my little kind people. Do you want to delve further into the fighting arts? I don't think so, especially since we don't own a rosary yet. And the Golden Fury is pricey. And yes, there's a Golden Fury. And there's a Brown Fury. Good thing those graphics are not very realistic. Anyway, Kamiki Village, where are you? There. And suddenly there's a gate. F those guys. Yeah, so the 4-hit combo now makes short work of any of the basic imps. What I like about all this optional stuff, it really feels like you're accomplishing something in very small increments. And in that way, it really is a little like the Breath of the Wild. Reflects enemy attacks. Okay. I think that's all of them. Ah, heading back to the village already? Check your map again. Haven't seen everything else yet. Wow, it really wants me to fully explore the overworld, huh? Alright. Besides, a lot of things changed in 100 years. Yeah. And there isn't much left there. I think a little bit on the mountaintop over there. By the way, that building up there is not gonna become relevant to the story until way later. We need to literally get lightning to strike there. So that's gonna be a thing. The Gaffer Forest. Eating. Nom nom nom. Right, we need to be able to swim to get here. coral fragment. Agata Forest. Waterway leads to Agata Forest. It's the most green and fertile place in this region. I heard the villagers used to take the ferry to the forest long ago. Well, no ferry. I actually need the cat technique to get up to this level of the plateau. It's fair. Yeah. I'm actually gonna call the stream here because can get a little hard on with my voice and my wrists, and why not pace myself? This has been a great first session. We found a ton of stuff. We already did some really cool optional things, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, 9 PM Central European, a little earlier if I can make it. Watch Twitter for that if you like. And yeah, thank you all for watching. If you're not following yet, please consider doing. Helps me out a ton. And yeah, I love this game and I'm looking forward to playing more. Take care of yourself tomorrow and goodbye.